It's Bertiz and the No More Black Tears podcast.
Mr. DJ Rose, we back in 706, man. We got Juice Man. He with us again today.
What's up? OJ Juice Man, 706 Stunner. What it do?
You know, last week we didn't do weekend sports, man. So
it all happened in the week.
Hey, so this weekend sports, we got the MLB Major League Baseball playoffs. So Rose, man, do you have any predictions, any players you want to look out for, or maybe just a shout out to you, maybe the home team?
Yeah, just the Braves. I'm trying to see what they're doing right now, man. They down 3-0 in top of the 8th inning with the bases loaded. I'm trying to see what they got going on, but you know, we already know we going for the home team. You know, the Braves. They go take out the Phillies. They might not win today, but we still got a chance. But we go win that series, and then I think I got the Texas Rangers winning that series against the Orioles. Houston Texas against the Twins, and the Dodgers against the Diamondbacks. And so it's going to be it's going to be the Dodgers and the Braves in the championship rounds, and it's going to be two Texas teams, Texas Rangers and the Astros, and I see Houston going back, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the World Series. Houston, Atlanta,
Atlanta, Vegas.
And
that'd be a great rematch right there. I know my brother T-Main asked me who I had, and I got the home team, the Braves, and I'm going with the Astros. I do want to say, man, as far as the NL championship round, like you were saying, hey man, that if the Dodgers and Braves make it, that'll be a nice little rivalry because these last 10 years they've been facing each other a couple times for the right to move on to the playoffs. But shout out to T-Main though, man. He got the Braves, and he doesn't have the Astros like you and me. He actually got the Rangers, making it to the World Series.
Okay.
Hey, Juice Man, anything you want to say about the Major League playoffs?
Go Braves, man. That's what I'm talking about. The Braves and take it all.
I talking about representing, man. Morgan State, which is a HBCU, just had a school shooting. I want to say it was last week. They had a school shooting. They canceled, I think, a homecoming as well as the football game. Any thoughts on this, Rose?
Yeah, it's a sad situation in time. But it's like we keep talking about these guns and these school shootings. Like it's happening every week. We keep talking about it. I know we had a nice episode where TJ was here. You know what I'm saying? We had a nice episode. We talked about guns and things like that. But it's crazy to go to the college campus and shoot it up. But I'm praying for everybody to do well. You know what I'm saying? Recover, because I don't believe nobody died. But I think a lot of people, like 6 people was injured. But speedy recovery to them. Sucks for the football team and homecoming. HBCU homecoming. That'd be where everybody be looking out for.
Well, they be lit, man. They be lit.
So it sucks for the city. They probably lost money too for everybody coming through. But prayers up to Morgan State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I heard about the situation last week. One of my friends, diverted my attention towards it. I tried to, look up information on it for the last couple of days, and like you said, it's about five was wounded. Nobody was, critically, hurt. Nobody that passed away. The details on the shooter, I was able to find that because that to me that's gonna be interesting to find out. Like, I know, I don't want to make it about race, but was it just an African American student? Was it a Caucasian student? And what was the motives behind the shooting? Because not so long ago, we just had a Caucasian shoot up a black church. Yeah. So this was an HBCU. So I am curious to find out why the shooting did occur.
Yeah, but it's more than two races. You know what I'm saying? You only named two of them. It could have been an Asian.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been an
It could have been a
Asian,
Hispanic.
Hispanic
It
man.
could have been an Indian. You know what I'm
Could have
saying?
been a lot. But I do want to get the details of the race though, man. Any thoughts on this Juice Man?
Yeah, we just gotta be vigilant and mindful of our surroundings at all times because you never know stuff like this. It could happen anytime, anywhere, any day. So you just gotta keep your eyes open and if you see something, say something. You know what I'm saying?
Keep your head on a swivel.
And on the other side though, man, talking about colleges, PWI, man. So Utah, we talked about the NILs a couple episodes ago on Rose. One of the players gifted all the scholarship players trucks. Now we've heard about quarterbacks buying their whole offensive line trucks. No, this player gifted all scholarship players. So that's more than just 5 motherfuckers now.
So it was a player that did this?
Yeah, it was a player.
Okay, from when I read it, they said that the school did it. And I'm like, how did the school do that?
It was a player that gifted all the other scholarship players trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know we had a lengthy conversation about the NILs. Man, you got any thoughts on this, Rose?
Hey, man, that's fire. Because but my thing is, like, just the scholarship players, like, they don't need trucks. They probably already had whips. What about the people that wasn't on scholarship? What about them? The people that the walk-ons, he don't get no truck.
They can walk their ass to practice.
Oh, man, that's messed up, man. Man, I would have loved to see the walk-ons get something or just everybody get something, like just the scholarship players. Y'all ain't get paid.
Hey, I agree with that, man. Like, it would have been dope if the scholarship players would have went ahead and got their walk-ons, trucks and stuff. Because most scholarship players nowadays, they got some type of NIL. So like you said, they got paid. I just want to say the reason why I wanted to talk about this, I was caping up for the NILs. See, shit like this that makes people on the other side of the conversation not think it's a good idea to pay players when you got a player that basically has all this money and they using it and they just spending it like this.
But he used it for a good reason, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't hating him on that one.
I ain't mad at him, but I just noticed there's gonna be people that don't feel like these players need to get paid. It's gonna be like, see, y'all talking about these players broke, and you got a player over here buying F-150s for all the scholarship players and shit.
They was Dodge Rams.
Oh, they was Dodge Rams?
Yeah.
That makes it so much better.
Well, that's the cheapest truck.
Oh, that's the cheapest truck?
Yeah.
And that lets you know I'm not a truck person, but I'm going to move it on to someone that actually has a truck. Hey, Juice Man, what you think?
Cool, man. I know if I was in school and I was doing something like that, I would like to get a new truck, so it is what it is. Appreciate it. That saves me some money. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Talking about these hits, though, these truck hits. So, Thursday Night Football just came and went. The Bears faced the Commanders on Thursday Night Football.
The Redskins.
And there's a couple takeaways from the game, man. So, the first takeaway I want to have is, man, that boy just feels look good, man. Atlanta, y'all fucked up. Y'all should have took that motherfucker when y'all had the chance. And when people was dogging, putting salt on that nigga name, y'all should have went ahead and tried to lowball the Bears to trade for him, man. Because we need a quarterback. Ritter is not him.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Ritter is Shim.
Man, Rose was texting me during the game, bro. And both of us being Falcons fans, I'm pissed off watching the Commanders. I know they got blown out. But if you watched the game and saw them put up that 20 and saw how good Sam Howell looked, man, that would piss you off. Be like, bro, if we had him, we'd be better for one. And two, man, fuck just Sam Howell. Every enemy needs a head coaching job because this motherfucker looked better than he did last year. I wish we had every enemy in Atlanta, man. Hey, it's time to fire Arthur Smith.
Bring him to Atlanta.
And bring every enemy to Atlanta because he going to get us a quarterback. And even if it's not a big name quarterback, Rose, he going to have the nigga playing right.
Exactly, because that dude, Sam Howell, boy, that dude was looking good. Like, he was struggling for the first couple of drives, but he settled in, and that man looked good. I thought he was going to win the game.
They had an opportunity.
I'm like, wow. Like, I'm talking about he was fitting that ball in. I'm talking about his offensive line couldn't hold up for nothing. I'm talking about the Bears ain't sat nobody all year. They sat two two quarterbacks all year in 3 games. But all of a sudden on Thursday night when they were facing the Redskins, that man was running for his life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Justin Fields looked good. Also, Chase Young looked good too. He didn't get a sack, but he looked good.
He was active, man. It's good to see Chase Young back after that injury he had last season.
Yeah, so he looked good. But I was so happy to have DJ Moore on my fantasy team.
Boy, hey man, hey, both the people at this table got DJ Moore in different leagues, and that nigga DJ Moore ate.
Yeah, he ate. I was like, when I was turning on the game, I turned on the game late, and he already had a touchdown and 100 yards in the first quarter.
Man, this motherfucker caught a 10-yard pass. Monster nigga turned up field, and I'm like, did y'all call cover 0? So y'all sent an all-out blitz, and this motherfucker only got over 100 yards, and he ran the other 40 yards for a touchdown. And I'm facing DJ Moore in one of the leagues, and I'm like, nigga, you just fucked me.
Yeah, so I love that one. I love to see some of my players do good in fantasy because he didn't do jack crap in his first 2 games, but he stepped up last game. But Justin Fields in the last 8 days, he got 8 touchdowns or something like that.
8 touchdowns, man. I heard somebody say he's the best quarterback in October right now.
I think he's the only old quarterback that played October. No, they played Sunday. They did play Sunday. Yeah, but man, Atlanta, man, watching that game, man, come on, man, y'all, all y'all Atlanta fans, all the Falcons fans, come on, Spencer. You talking about you's a Deskian. Come on, Spencer. Now you know that boy trash. You know what I'm saying?
Beyond trash.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but other than that, man, well, let's move on to week 5, man. What we looking into?
Hey man, so I'm gonna tell you a couple of games I'm looking forward to in week 5. Ravens Steelers. That's always, since I've been growing up watching football. Ravens Steelers football is always hard hitting. It's football. It's gonna come down to what team makes the least amount of mistakes. It's Lamar Jackson against that Steelers defense. It's gonna be exciting to watch that game. And the next game is Chiefs and Vikings. You got Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in the league, going against the Chiefs defense, which has looked pretty good this season. Can he get off and eat against that defense? As well as you got Travis Kelce, Pat Mahomes. I expect that to be a high-scoring game. For those who love fantasy, find plays in that game and start them. Start them right away. And lastly, man, I'm looking at that Cowboys 49ers game, man.
And that's the night game, too.
And that's the night game, man. Hey, man, if you do not have nothing to do Monday morning, grab yourself a 6-pack, a bottle of your favorite liquor, order yourself a pizza and some wings.
They played it right, too.
And watch that game because I'm going to tell you, man, from the playoff games I've seen, from the regular season games I've seen, doesn't matter if it's Tony Romo, doesn't matter if it's Troy Aikman, doesn't matter if it's Dak. That game is always normally a good game. That Cowboys defense, that 49ers defense, the 2 best defenses in the league right now. What defense is going to hold the other offense down? And Brock Purdy, this actually probably his first real test against a legitimate defense. So, and I'm looking forward to that game, man.
Yeah, me too. Cause and it's crazy that you said if you ain't got nothing to do Monday. Last time I checked, Monday was a holiday, but the only Christopher we represent is Wallace.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be the game to watch. I can't wait to see that game. Also, a game I want to see. I want to see the Texans and the Falcons. You know, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas again. We back to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas again.
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? Shout out MGH. You know what I'm saying? Doggone. Last time I checked, CJ Stroud was the best quarterback in the league.
Man, he's sure looking like it, man.
According to the numbers.
Hey,
what they say? According to the analytics.
He's sure looking like that. That nigga ain't missing.
He ain't miss. You know what I'm saying? But I'm ready to see what he gonna do because Atlanta got a good defense. I want to see what they go do. Hopefully Atlanta loses so we get a better draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
So we can get a quarterback like CJ Stroud.
Yes. Also, I want to see what the Panthers and the Lions gonna do. Or the Panthers gonna go 0-5. You know what I'm saying? Because right now the Panthers had the number 1 pick, which belongs to the Bears, and the Bears had the number 2 pick, which belongs to the Bears.
For the love of God, please don't put that game on TV.
So the Bears had the chance to get the first and the second pick in the draft.
And that shit would be ugly.
It would be ugly, but that would give Atlanta, if they want to play around, a chance to move up and get a quarterback.
I just want to say, side note, man. The reason why that shit would be so ugly, you traded all that for Bryce Young. You've been better off just being ass this year and just tanking for Caleb Williams.
A better quarterback, a bigger quarterback. Did y'all see Bryce Young line up in the wrong position?
Yeah, but his running back had to tap him like, nigga, you underneath the guard, go underneath the center. And like you said, we watched one game, you can't even see this nigga over the offensive line.
He is so small. Like, oh my goodness, man. Man, J Rock the gift, man. I know I talked to you earlier today, but come on, man. You say you go jump ship for the Panthers. You got to stop hopping dicks, man. You got to stick with one dick and suck it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. For all you Panthers fans, y'all got tears right now, man. Speaking of tears, TNT.
Tears or no tears. Dynamite. Boom.
So there was a Las Vegas woman who went to the CVS. I think she was trying to get some medicine. Maybe she was feeling sick. I'm not sure exactly what kind of medicine she was getting. But the pharmacist at the CVS accidentally prescribed to her abortion medicine. Now, she was pregnant at the time. She took the medicine, and from what I read online, she lost the baby. Hey, for this big gaff, any tears or no tears, Rose?
Yeah, man, I got tears. But when I sent y'all the story, when I read it, I actually laughed. And I said, dog, I don't know why I laughed, but I thought it was funny that it happened.
It's some shit out of a movie. You can't make this shit up.
I started laughing, but after I laughed, I said, "Oh, dog, I'm totally wrong." But yeah, I got tears, man, for that mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably wanted to keep that baby. She probably had plans to get some child support.
Section 8, all that good shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I got
Food
tears
stamps.
for her. Like, man, she was about to come up.
Yeah, tax season right around the corner.
Yeah, like, so man, I got tears, man. Vertiza, man, tears or no tears.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no tears, man, because even though he prescribed the shit, man, unless he just handed you a fucking pill or a liquid, if it came in a box or a bottle, hey, read the shit, motherfucker. I'm pretty sure if you would have read it, you would have said, hold up, bro, I got some questions, bro. Let me ask some questions or whatever. So, hey, man, I ain't got no tears for her, man. Niggas need to learn how to read. But, speaking of motherfuckers that I ain't got no tears for, Anthony Mackie was out and about smoking a cigar, and apparently an 11-year-old black kid walked up, asked for a picture. He apparently told the 11-year-old kid no. So then the grandma intervened and said, hey, my grandson really looks up to you. He loves all your movies. He's a big fan of, the Falcon and the Black Captain America you finna be. Like, can you please get him a picture? It would mean the world to him. And that nigga had the cigar in his mouth, and he said no. And she asked very distinctly, because she was trying to make it clear. Can you not, or will you not? Because to give reference, sometimes some of these actors cannot take pictures when they out and about because maybe they're not supposed to be seen in those places. And he said, I will not. Mm-hmm. So, Rose, man.
I ain't got no tears for that little kid. You know what I'm saying? This is Captain America you talking to. You better put some respect on his name. You know what I'm saying? This is Captain America. He was raised in the gangster, in the Crip hoods of California. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen the show? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? That guy right there, he is not to be played with. He is not one of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't got no tears. He was chilling. He was smoking a cigar. He probably ain't want the kid to get secondhand smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's a killer. You know what I'm saying? So he was looking out for the kid and the grandma. So he just, no, I smell like smoke. You get secondhand smoke. I don't want you to die from cancer. I'm Captain America. Tears or no tears, Vertizi?
Yeah, I got tears for the kid, man, because the picture would have took 5 seconds, first of all, and this why I'm gonna keep it real. Side note, this why I don't understand when people make fun of me for being a wrestling fan. You don't see this shit in the wrestling community. If you see a wrestler out in the public, it don't matter the situation. They will take pictures, especially for kids, because I don't understand this. Unlike these actors and other entertainers, wrestlers always say, I'm not who I am if not for the fans. And I love Anthony Mackie's movies, But if people don't support you, especially these kids, if they're not going to see your black ass, nigga, you ain't nobody.
That's Captain America. That is somebody.
You ain't nobody. You just another Saints fan.
He was trying to save the world. He was trying to save the world. But little kid, I'm smoking a cigar. I don't want you to get secondhand smoke.
And I'm not gonna have no tears for Anthony Mackie because you a Saints fan anyway, nigga.
Oh yeah, he is. He from the bio.
And then speaking of celebrities though, and them saying no to people, Jay-Z, your rapper's favorite rapper.
Not my rapper's favorite rapper.
In an interview said straight up, yeah, man, you gotta learn to people know. My cousin asked me for $4,800, and I told him no. Now the details of what the cousin needed the $4,800 for, I don't know. I don't know if it was for a business investment.
It was for
I don't
crack.
know if it was pay bills. I don't know if it was for crack, like Jose just said.
Smoke crack, don't you?
To give context, people broke it down online. Take Jay-Z's net worth and take the $4,800. That's the equivalent of someone that makes $50 a year and asking them for a dime.
Yeah.
Rose, tears or no tears?
I got tears for the cousin, man. Jay-Z, man, you a hoe. Like, you couldn't get that, man. So obviously, if this is your cousin, and so this is your real cousin too now, so he has access to you because you's a billionaire, so people don't have access to you. So
big facts.
So he actually had access to you to ask you for $4,800, and you couldn't write that man a check for $4,800. You probably don't even got checks. You got money with your face on it, Illuminati guy.
Facts.
Like you couldn't get that man $5,000 bills. You know what I'm saying? You probably walk around with $100,000 bills in your pocket. And you couldn't get that man 5 of them. Like
you just finished the Beyonce tour, so I know you could have got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you. Obviously, you're not the ticket man, but you could have lived that man $4,800. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I got tears because I was talking to C's about it, and he was basically saying, man, that's Jay-Z's money, and I'm never going to say no. Yeah, that is Jay-Z's money. That's his right to do what he want with it. But one, we as black people, we cannot come up and be so reluctant to help our friends and our family members out. 2, nigga, $4,800 to you is such small change. You could have just said, hey, man, I'm going to give you this shit, but hey, don't ask for no more money. Thirdly, bruh, long as the cousin is not constantly asking for money, yeah, man, you should have just gave that nigga that $4,800, bro, and kept it pushing, bro. Because this shit makes you, like Rose said, this shit make you look a hoe. Bro, you was this close with Jay-Z to being part of what's wrong with these hoes. But unfortunately, these hoes was acting up this week. So that's the only reason. We might start being like the Breakfast Club and instead of doing donkey of the day, hoe of the day.
That's a good idea.
And it's the initial hoe of the day, Jay-Z, you the first hoe of the day.
Yeah, you the hoe of the night. Yeah, because we do this at nighttime. We be sipping.
Yeah.
Sipping real good.
So
take a pause on that. We forgot to tell all the people we were sipping on today.
Oh, yeah, man. We on that Ciroc.
You know what I'm saying? And we on that Crown Peach. You know what I'm saying? We had to take it back. We was in the city last weekend. We came back to it because we had to bring them peaches out. You know what I'm saying? We had to bring them peaches out.
Yeah. And we got a beer from Athens, Georgia, man. Shout out to the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
And man, speaking of hoes though, there was this man who took a woman out on a dinner date. The woman showed up with her 3 kids. I think one kid was 5, one kid was 8 or 9, and then one motherfucker was 17, basically a grown-ass individual. He went to the bathroom. He was talking shit like, now this bitch trying to get me. Now, fuck all that. Came back to the table. He had already ordered his food, apparently at least half of it, and went ahead and just said, hey, I left my wallet in the car. I'm going to go to the car real quick, and I'm going to get my wallet. She said, cool. And her kids, but I'm looking at their plates, they eating good. He went in the car. He looked in the rearview mirror. He said, oh, I'm out here, and left. Man, I ain't got no tears for that hoe, man. Rose, these hoes got to stop that shit, man. You cannot show up to a dinner date with your kids, with your homegirl, with your sister, with your cousin, with your father, with your mother, with your grandma. Hell, the only motherfucker you can bring to a dinner date with me is the Holy Ghost.
But what if she bought another girl? And they say we both asking.
Oh, nah. If you
No, you can't. She can't bring nobody else with you.
Hey, now the other girls, if y'all both fucking, that's different. But you can't be. You gotta text me ahead of time. Hey, I got my kids. I ain't got no babysitter. Can I bring my kids to the dinner day? And then we can negotiate. Okay, well, hey, I'm gonna let you know. I ain't got money for your kids. Oh, it's cool. I'll pay for my kids' food. Or if it's a nice dude, because there's some nice dudes out there. I ain't gonna call them simps tonight. You know I like to call them simps. But if it's a nice dude and he say I want to cover your kids, that's fine. But hey, man, shout out to this nigga, man. Man, hey, this nigga found a modern day solution for a modern day problem. Hey, you the pimp of the day.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears for her and her kids because, like you said, like you couldn't give them the heads up that you was bringing your kids to the dinner, like especially what's and how why are you introducing your kids to this man in the first place? Y'all just met, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not dating. If he ran off on the plug like that, y'all obviously y'all not dating. It was just a date that y'all decided to go on, but it's like so I feel like I ain't got no problem with what he did. It's super funny. The reason I ain't got no problem with it because it was super funny. Like, cause you can be mean if you're funny.
That is true.
So it was mean. He shouldn't have did it, but they should have had a conversation about it. Communication is the key to everything. So man, if they would have had a conversation about, hey man, I couldn't find nobody to watch my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to bring them, but after I put them to sleep, I can meet you and I give you some head or something. You know what I'm saying? Just pay for my dinner. Then Buddy would have probably said yeah. But then but she was probably like, hey, you date me, you date my kid too. You know what I'm saying? This and this and that. Whatever.
Especially Rose, man. A 17-year-old motherfucker?
She brought a 17-year-old with her?
Yeah, one of the kids was 17.
Oh no, that's a grown man. No, man, that's a good man. That wasn't even her son. Like, that was her side nigga.
The other two kids, you can at least be like, they can get on the kids' milk. But 17?
That wasn't even her son, man. That was her dude. She thought she was like, oh, I'm gonna bring my family to the date. And Buddy was like, oh no, I'm out. Yeah, I feel him on that. Definitely. He did the right thing. Shouts out to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get the No More Tears championship belt today.
Hey man, so this next TNT, man, this one is a sad one, man. So I want to say in the last month or two, man, there was a black woman in Florida. She was found hanging at the intersection of a highway in Florida. The police was quick to rule her death within 24 hours a suicide attempt.
It wasn't an attempt.
Man, my bad.
She did that thing.
They ruled her a suicide. Yeah, man, I got tears, man, because we saw this during COVID. We saw black people in California all across the country being hung, and they was being ruled suicides. Now, me personally, I find it hard to believe that black people offer themselves like that, man. So if we just go with what I think, where you got black people actually being lynched, I mean, in 2023, man, you would think that, we pass all that, man. That's just crazy, man. That we still got strange fruit hanging in the tree, man. So I was disheartened to see that, man. I was talking to C's. We was it brought up memories back to the little Bart Austin situation about the little teenage boy that was rolled up in the wrestling mat at the school, man, and they tried to call that a suicide. So, hey, man, black people just understand, man, bro. Like when something happens to us, they gonna be quick to make it seem like we the reason why it happened. They're not gonna do their full due diligence, because if that was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman, I'm pretty sure they would have been sad all over the news. You would have heard about this on the national news, and they would have tried to find some black man in the area, and he would be serving like 25 to life right now.
Not just one. It'd probably been 4 or 5 of them.
Probably been 4 or 5, man. Hey, man, for those who know, for those who don't know, man, look up the origin of the boogeyman. Rose?
Yeah, man. It's the Candy Man all over again, too. But it's a sad situation. I got tears for this situation. Shout out to her, you know what I'm saying, her family. Man, I hope they can grieve and they can figure out what happened to her, because obviously some you can tie yourself up in a tree, but like doggone, like did that really happen? I don't know her. People have mental health illnesses and all kind of things going on in their life, but it's just the fact that when that strange fruit's hanging in that tree, you know what I'm saying? That just hit different.
Very different, man.
It is hit different, man. So man, I got tears. I don't want to prolong this one too long, man. But I got tears, man. But I got one question for you, man.
Well, what question you got for me?
Man, what's wrong with these hoes, man?
What is wrong with these hoes? Man, so this weekend was wrong with these hoes segment. We had this video of this mom and dad arguing. The dad came home and I want to say she was between 10 and 13 years old. She looked a little bit younger than that. She looked like she was 10 to like, I say 12. But their young daughter had a wig in. It looked poorly installed, by the way. But had a wig in. And he asked, why is this wig in my daughter's hair? Like why she had a wig on? And the mom said, because her hair ain't long. And he responded, well, it takes time for the hair to grow long. But it's taking too long. Look, the wig, her hair long now. She wanted to look beautiful, and this was the only way she could look beautiful. And he said, so she didn't look beautiful before? She was like, nah, she look beautiful now though. And this went back and forth, and the little girl just sitting there between them, just looking dumbfounded with that fucked up wig in her head. Rose, man, what's wrong with these hoes?
First of all, we gotta let kids be kids. That's what's wrong with the world now. Y'all, people that from my era wanted their kids to be their friends. First of all, second of all, they wanted to have their kids grow up too fast, getting their nails done when they're babies, not teenagers, but like in elementary school, middle school, getting their nails done. You know what I'm saying?
Wearing these crazy ass outfits.
Having them wear tight fitting clothing, having their hair done in a certain type of way. Like, let the kids be kids, man. Let the kids be kids. If you let your kid be a kid, they'll be a kid way longer than before when they're even grown. Like like I I can say I'm a successful father. You know what I'm saying? Some people call me the GOAT, and I think I'm the GOAT of my era. You know what I'm saying? I got four successful kids. You know what I'm saying? That's all successful. You know what I'm saying? Graduating from high school and doing other things other than just graduating from high school. You know what I'm saying? And and my daughter's the youngest. You know what I'm saying? She's 18. She will be 19 in February. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? But she say all the time. She said people always try to make me be grown. No, I want to be a kid. I'm a kid. I said, Jordan, you are an adult. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm a kid. I'm a kid. Let me be a kid. Like all this haven't never got her nails done. You know what I'm saying? Never wore a wig. You know what I'm saying? You know, she got lovely locks in her hair. You know what I'm saying? Just because she was raised by a father.
Facts.
Y'all need to be in y'all kids' life. Cause I be seeing some of y'all daughters, and then y'all be posting them. Like y'all post your daughter looking like she on the strip, and you posting on Instagram. I'm like, y'all, that look like one of them girls that was on the trip. Like, is that a prostitute or is that your daughter? Like, come on.
Both.
Like, and then y'all ladies, y'all in the club with your daughter, smoking weed with your daughter, drinking with your daughters. Like, come on, man.
Y'all pussy on live with your daughters.
Yeah. What Boosie say? What Boosie say?
Put your pussy lips on live.
And then acting like it's all good. Like, let kids be kids and keep kids in kids' places, and then the world will be a better place, if you ask me. But I'm old school, you know what I'm saying? But I am old school, but I am successful too, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody listening to me.
Yeah, Rose, I'm gonna be honest, man. What you said kind of hit, man, because it's crazy. Because I talk to my adult friends, all my friends is in their 30s and 40s, and a lot of us be like, "Damn, man, some of the best years of our lives when we was kids, waking up Saturday morning, eating a bowl of cereal, watching cartoons, not having to pay no bills. Damn, I wish I could go back." So if that's the case, if you got people in their 30s saying that, why are these same people who are raising kids trying to make their kids be grown so fast? Like I'm sad. I'm sad by looking at this because one, for you to make it seem like your daughter's not beautiful because she doesn't have this long, gorgeous hair, that's a shame on you, first of all. Second of all, if your daughter comes to you, and let's just say, for those who might say, well, the mom's just repeating what the daughter said. If the daughter says, I don't think I'm beautiful, you should sit down as an African American woman and explain, hey, it takes time for your hair to grow long. Your hair is beautiful the way it is. There's natural ways to get your hair to grow longer. It's gonna take time, but baby girl, you wearing a wig right now is not the appropriate time because it's gonna stunt. It's gonna stunt your hair growth probably, and you don't need to be looking that grown because you still a child right now. Like there's many productive ways to have that conversation. I applaud the father for stepping in and saying, nah, bro, I don't want my daughter looking like that. Because in the words of Chris Rock, they don't grade fathers. But if your daughter's a stripper, nigga, you fucked up.
You failed.
So, hey man, he trying to keep his daughter off the pole, bro. Hey man, I respect that, man. So yeah, man, it's just sad, man, because at the end of the day, we had a whole episode about natural beauty versus these BBLs and wigs and all this other stuff.
But we're gonna bring it back because we need to have that conversation again because I don't think they heard us.
And we need to have some women on the pod for that one too. Because at the end of the day, man, a lot of you sisters, y'all need to understand, man, there's nothing wrong with y'all wearing wigs. But especially when it comes to children, man, y'all need to stop trying to make children wear wigs. Stop trying to make them get their nails did. Stop trying to have them wear these outfits. I be on Facebook seeing pictures of little girls wearing shit that basically grown ass women would be wearing at the club, and y'all taking these provocative pictures, and I'm thinking to myself, who is this for? Like this is fucked up right here. And a lot of this stuff to me is just some of y'all wasn't raised right. And I'm gonna end it on this because Rose touched on this. We have the statistics. When the man is in the household and the father is active in his kid's life, especially for women, the young girls turn out to be great young women and have great successful careers, lives. They don't be out here hoeing. Like a lot of these women, and I know I'm gonna trigger some of y'all. Y'all gonna get mad when I say this. A lot of y'all hoes because y'all didn't have no good fathers. Or y'all didn't have no father at all. But a lot of women I know who grew up in the household with their daddy, and they grew up with a real father, man, they ain't out here hoeing like that. They ain't out here doing dumb shit. They out here being productive women in society. Either they married to a man and they raising kids, or they out here working and doing what regular people who do their age, they working and paying bills and shit. But a lot of you hoes that's out here selling pussy and doing all this other crazy ass shit, stripping, it's because y'all ain't had no daddy. And if you had a daddy, you had a daddy that was too busy trapping and fucking other hoes to do his fucking job, which was raise you in the first fucking place. So, hey man, shout out to all the fathers who got daughters, man, and they actually active in their daughter's life, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man, because y'all important, man. The women ain't gonna say it, so I'm gonna say it. So
Facts me that.
So the last topic of the day, man, Terrell Owens was doing a little video with Ocho Cinco. Shout out to Ocho Cinco real quick. This nigga everywhere now. At one point in time, that nigga disappeared. Now he got his little show with Unc, and now he doing some other shit. But in the interview with T.O. was talking about how he was a skinny, ugly looking nigga when he was in college, and he tried to talk to black girls in high school and college, and the black girls pretty much shunned him. And pretty much, he started dating white women when he got older, and he always had better experience with white women. I know Dr. Umar Johnson came out and basically said, hey man, y'all too many of y'all niggas bunny hopping, man. He threw out T.O. name. He threw out Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is married to an Asian woman, but when Dr. Umar Johnson say bunny hopping, he be just talking about just non-black women for the most part. And he basically was just saying all these brothers with money who's out here dating non-African American women, non-black women, y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. So it brought to the light of interracial dating. So, Rose, man, like, what do you think about interracial dating, man? Is it good for the African American community? Like these celebrities that have these white wives and Asian wives, what do you think about them not dating their own women? What you think? And this is someone that's married to a black woman.
I think that if you well, I feel like what you can't speak for the people if you ain't down for the people. Like I love Dave Chappelle.
Facts.
I love Dave Chappelle, but you ain't down for the people. You try to portray like you down for the people, but you one of my favorite people, but black women ain't attracted to you. Like you don't want to go home and look at a black woman every night, every wake up to a black woman every morning. Like I don't have a problem with interracial dating, but when it comes to you having a family and things like that, and populating the earth, I think that you should probably take long looks. There's nothing wrong with mixed breeds and having children outside your race. There's nothing wrong with that. But in the long, lots of times that causes harm to the child, but just because you're being selfish, because that child has to grow up and be like, and sometimes they're confused. Like, am I this? Am I that? Or people make fun of me because of this and this and that, and that's all because of choices that you made. But there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna be that way, then you need to make sure that you teach your child why you did what you did, and so when that child is going through those things, they will understand like, okay, I have the equipment and to fight these demons off, because lots of times they don't. One of my best friends, he's mixed race, and he had to deal with that his whole life. You know what I'm saying? And people making fun of him and all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I just feel like I don't have no problem with black women. Black women can be harmful, haters, and you know what I'm saying. And then, but the thing about it, black women are they hate their self so much. They'll hate on another black woman quicker than they'll hate on the boss that just cussed them out.
Facts.
They'll hate on another black woman or their brother so quick. They'll turn their brother in so quick. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. Vertiz, man, go ahead and take the mic from me, man. I can go all day with this.
Yeah, man. Me and MJH, this is actually a conversation that we have on a weekly basis, to be honest, man. Because I agree with you, Rose, man. I feel like it's hard to completely be pro-black and be for the people if you're not dating a black woman and married to a black woman. Because at the end of the day, your procreation with a black woman and basically creating black families is one of the greatest things you could do as a black individual. But I will say this: there is the other side, and I do see this. Terrell Owens, he's telling his life experience, and he ain't the only one, bro. You got people like Childish Gambino. You got people like Jordan Peele. Like there are black people who, before they can become successful, they are not into the traditional black. They're not into what you would consider black things. They're into things that a lot of black people probably make fun of them for. So growing up, they might have tried to date black women, and black women thought it was corny and shit.
Because they were trying to go with the wrong black women. There's plenty, and that's the thing about it. Like they always say, "Oh, you." But if you ugly and you trying to date the homecoming queen, you got to stay in your lane.
Now I'm not talking about looks. I'm just talking about like for example, for those who listen to Childish Gambino music, his music weird. So can I ask you a question, Rose?
Mm-hmm.
If his music weird, do you think he's a normal individual?
Yeah, more a normal individual. Like, yeah, I think he's a normal individual.
Nah, that nigga's probably weird, bro. Did you hear the album that has Redbone on it? Not the rapping albums. I'm talking about the albums that just got all the sounds and shit on it.
Did you hear Stankonia? Have you heard the Love Box Below? Have you seen Outkast? Have you seen?
Yeah, I've seen Outkast, but
Andre 2000. Have you ever seen him with a white woman?
But I'm gonna say this: a lot of people in the industry would tell you, Gambino's a weird motherfucker.
People say Andre was a weird.
Nah, he's just
people say CeeLo was a weird.
He's just different. All I'm saying is when you got some black people that might be into anime, and I'm not talking about Dragon Ball Z and One Punch. I'm talking about they deep into anime. They read the mangas and shit. They deep into anime. Bro, I'm gonna be real. Not a lot of black people I know really watch anime like that. So you might get a black person that is just naturally more comfortable around an Asian woman because that's more their culture. Because if I'm watching anime and I'm into weird shit like that.
So just because you watch anime, you gotta date an Asian person?
Nah, no. What I'm saying is you might have black women, and we done dealt with the same type of black women before, you know. So you know the type of sisters I'm talking about. There are sisters that will make fun of that nigga. That's my whole point. Like whether they like the anime or not, there are sisters that will make fun of him. Like I'm a wrestling fan.
Sisters make fun of me. They say I'm weird.
But I'm saying I'm a wrestling fan.
And I'm the last of a dying breed.
It's not too many black women that love wrestling like that. And not only that, I get questions like, "Oh man, that's weird or whatever. That's da." Like I know women of other races that will hear a wrestling fan, even if they don't watch wrestling, they be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm willing to learn about that shit." So for some black men, if you feel like my personality is so different, I can't vibe with this race. And I'm just saying the counter argument, Rose, is some of those niggas probably do feel more comfortable in those circles. Like one of the biggest examples I can give you is Russell Wilson. Let's be real. Before he became Russell Wilson, do you think Sierra would have even fucked with that nigga before he got that big contract in Seattle when this nigga first came to the league or when he was in Wisconsin?
Do you think any attractive woman would have messed with him before he got his contract? Probably not.
Oh no, he had a bad white bitch.
Come on, man. You seen her?
Yeah.
She was not bad.
No, if you seen no, you talking about the draft day pictures. I'm talking about the pictures when they was out and about.
She
looked good.
She's not bad.
She looked respectable.
No, just because she can wear a two-piece don't mean she's bad.
Okay, then I mean, there's plenty of people that differ and think that she looked bad. But my whole point is, hey, Russell Wilson got mad love from white women.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until.
But that's the thing about it. All women love us.
All women love. But I'm saying like.
And that's the thing.
But black women was not fucking with him. That's what I'm trying to say.
There was, but
no black women was not fucking with him.
You don't know that, man. It was. That's what I'm saying. All women love us. That's what I'm saying. All women love us. It's just the fact everybody got a choice, and you can choose.
Rose, what athlete? And be real now. Gets called the corniest in the black community right now. Be honest. We talk about
probably Russell. Yeah, probably Russell. Russell.
And I said
I got out the field. Russell.
Rappers, R&B singers, and I'm not talking about people like you and me. I'm talking about famous people. Call someone like Russell Wilson, who is an NFL player, is raising stepkids, is raising a stepchild. They call him corny.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think they call that nigga corny before he had all that money?
I don't think so.
So you don't think a black woman on campus saw Russell Wilson and thought he was corny, but was like, you know what? I bet I could fuck him and get some money out of him.
Only reason I say that I don't think they called him corny then because he was a star baseball player.
Who is he now?
That's what I'm saying. But this is in college.
In college, you just said baseball. What women?
Baseball
and
football.
People who like baseball
and football.
What women are the biggest roadies in baseball?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. Every chick that was on campus was
even
on
college football. Can I be honest? When you watch a college football game at a PWI,
yes,
do you see more black women or more white women?
You see more white people.
Go to the bar tonight. I'm gonna give you $100. Go to the bar tonight. Find a random white woman. Find a random black woman. Ask them questions about football. 10, and I guarantee you, the white woman get more correct.
That's probably a fact.
Like, so you saying that he was a star football player and a star baseball player, that don't mean shit to me when white women know more about these sports than black women anyway.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is in college.
So you gotta go back
to high school.
They go for Jeezy.
Go back to high school.
Like you telling me Jeezy married to an Asian woman? Yeah, I look at that as like, okay, bro, you just capping. Because there's plenty of black women. You was a trapper. You was a rapper.
And you
didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But Russell Wilson, bro, I ain't gonna lie. When he got with Sierra, everybody black women was like, damn, nigga, you had that dog in you, Russell? Cause that's a corny ass nigga. But that's like RG3. Like, I ain't surprised. Like, bro, let's keep it real. There's some black niggas, when you find out they married to a white woman, you don't be like, man, ain't nobody was shot when RG3 was married to a white bitch. Because we already was like, man, have you heard how he talked? Have you heard how he pronounced his words?
But on another note, if you didn't know Jason Williams,
we got a spill alert.
If you didn't know, if you would listen to Jason Williams talk about black content and black people and black.
No, I know he was married to a
No, you see, if you just listen to him talk about black people and black things, would you think that he was married to a white woman?
He pronounced his word correctly, so yes, I thought he was married to a white woman.
So since I pronounce all my words correctly and don't say any cuss words,
nigga, have you heard how Jason Williams talk?
Like I said, just because I pronounce all my words correctly, and because this is what I do.
If you close your eyes,
this is what I do.
If you close your eyes,
this is what I do.
If you
I do the same thing that Jason Williams does.
Listen to Jason Williams, he looks white. He sounds white.
But when he's talking about,
look at him. He's pro-black.
When you look at him, when he's talking about black issues, things like that, just from that.
So I'm gonna ask the same question.
Just from that, would you think that he was married to a white woman?
Can I ask you a thing? So do you think Max Kellerman is married to a black woman?
I don't know.
Because Max Kellerman ain't nobody on ESPN go harder for black people than him.
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not.
That to me, that don't mean nothing. Like you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But just ask my question.
I mean, it's hard to answer the question. I'm gonna answer the way you giving me. I'm gonna answer the way that you trying to phrase it.
Yeah.
Yes, I would think he's married to a black woman because he defends black women so much and black women so much.
Yeah.
You know, but listening to him talk, the way he talked, and then also knowing him, like knowing he went to Duke and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. If you didn't know none of that, you probably think he was married to a.
But that's what makes this conversation such a difficult conversation is there is a group of black men that just is not comfortable around black women. That black women laugh at, disrespect, and mock because they don't view them as black. Me and MJ had the conversation. We was talking about a particular woman, and we was talking about the way she acts and her friends and stuff like that. And we was talking about, like what makes them black. And he made it very simple with it. I mean, they black. They look black, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, man, they black, nigga, but come on, man. Like, there's a difference between just being black and being black. There's a difference between you coming to the cookout and me looking and you being at the cookout with us and some nigga shit happen and you comfortable around the nigga shit happening. And that's the problem with people like Russell Wilson, with Dave Chappelle, and with some of these other black people I'm talking about, Gambino, is, man, some of these motherfuckers, you can tell, they black, but they probably just ain't comfortable around niggas. So just naturally, bro, a lot of these black women, they not fucking with them.
Yeah, and it's a difference between black people and ninjas, too.
No, it is a difference between them, but every black person got a nigga in them.
Every black person to a white person is a ninja.
Yeah, but I'm saying every black person got that nigga in them. I don't care how white a black person is. If you hang around, I hang around some white bread black people before, and you push them, that nigga come out. That's like a motherfucker that's a trans woman, and you get that motherfucker mad, and that motherfucker yell. Oh shit, that man came out.
Oh, what they sound like when they yell?
Like you be talking to them, like yeah. Then they get mad, and there be too many more motherfuckers, nigga. Oh, that nigga that came out. Oh, hold on, that nigga that came out. You scared my ass.
Well, if you say, oh, I'm that nigga.
and that's what happened when the motherfuckers started snapping. That nigga that came out, man. So that's probably that part of the conversation. But lastly, man, when it comes to this conversation, man, I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't have a problem with interracial dating. I don't have a problem with interracial marriage. But if you are a black woman or a black man, and you decide to marry someone and procreate, have kids with someone that's not black, I think it's very important because in the black community, for some reason, we do this. We don't like to teach our heritage and our culture to our kids. We want to label them as biracial because, and I see this new trend of a lot of people who are black would be like, oh, I'm biracial because I have a white mom and a black dad, or a black mom and a white dad. Man, when you get pulled over, bro, you ain't biracial, nigga. You a nigga. Like, fuck all that bullshit. So it's important that your black parent raise you as a black individual. It's important that you learn about the history of black people. We was talking about strange fruit earlier. It's important that you learn that black people was getting lynched and hanged for just looking at white fucking women. It's important that you know that black men and black women got their ass beat if they tried to hand a white person money instead of just leave it on the counter because of the fact they wasn't allowed to touch skins. It's important that you teach your kids the precaution of what to do when they're driving around, because the difference between a black kid and a white kid is this. And I got white friends. My white friends, they do not have to sit down with their 16-year-old kids and 17-year-old kids when they teach them how to drive. And Rose, they are not going to have to tell them when the police pull you over, this is what you do. When you are black, biracial, whatever the fuck you want to call it, at some point in time, you are a bad parent and it's negligence if you don't sit down with your 16-year-old kid once they get their license and explain to them. When this officer pull you over, you need to already have your license out. You need to already have the registration out. You probably need to be recording in case this nigga having a bad day. And make sure you saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. And make sure you don't look this nigga in the eye. Because sometimes some of these white people don't even want you looking them in the eye. And I know it's 2023, and some of y'all thinking, God damn, that sounds like 1945. Hey, do what you got to do so you can get the fuck home. And that's another part of this conversation, man. Hey, so you people who having biracial kids, man, make sure you teach that culture, because these Jewish motherfuckers, respectfully, these Hispanic people, these Asian people, they teaching their kids their heritage. So make sure you explain to who Dr. King was, Malcolm X was, Muhammad Ali was, because I got friends who don't know who the fuck these motherfuckers is. So make sure you explain to your kids who these people are and what all the things our people have been through to be where we at now.
Yeah, fax me that.
Fax me that twice. You got any final thoughts, Rose?
Nah, man, I ain't got no final thoughts, man. I think you closed it off excellently.
Man, there was an Airbnb around Kim, man. Peace.
And I'm back quiet.
Shit.